this up. Is there still encoding overhead? There's a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm not sure that I could try to do what I was hoping to do with that then. Because I don't think I have enough encoding overhead to do it. I'd have to have a better system, apparently. I guess that's the question. Wordy. But I want to know how many encoding threads it can do. Might be dependent on other stuff. Yeah, it might just be dependent on other things. Am I for some reason not sending? Why is that option not available? Well, that's weird. Um, that should be available. Yeah, it's happy now. Media. It's not there. That's why it's not available. I don't know where it was trying to put that. Ah, it was trying to add something somewhere I did not want it to. Shame on you. Shame on you. Now the real test is how well this handles doing this. I would assume it's okay with doing this at the same time. Local translation. Oh, no, I'm not translating it. No. Now that the fact that I didn't have that enabled at the beginning, is that an issue? I don't know. Oh, BS transcriptions. Save. Stream the captions. There we go. Forgetting all kinds of things. Now it should have transcriptions in theory. In theory. That or I have to restart again because it wasn't there when I started before. Ah, yeah. I think it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. I think. Oh, it needs a text space. Oh, yes. Just make it infinitely tall. That's totally what I wanted. Does that work? Is it happy with that? It doesn't appear to be. So since it's not apparently working at the moment, let's do this. We'll re-add it. Do that. Hop down to media. So that should be... Okay, it is working. Sort of. Wow, that's slow. Ha ha! It's not going to do anything right now. Stream the captions, but I would have to restart to get those. Sigh. It's got to download that before it can work again. So everything's happy. Now, if only I had somewhere to send that to. But I don't necessarily want to install that. Mostly because I don't trust it. What it doesn't do is auto start and auto stop. Why is that not configurable anywhere? So the question is, can it grab that correctly? I mean, it's not full screen right now, but that shouldn't matter. Should be able. Well, I did have it running before OBS was running, so I don't know if it will be able to. Oh, it did. Okay. I don't want that full screen. Thank you. Oh boy, that is so slow at downloading. My lighting is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I think the power supply died on one of the lights I use. Which sucks. Oh, there we go. I knew there was a page for that. $40.70. This is just a standard $40.70. It's not too fancy. It's only got one. Okay, that's fine though. That is not an issue. Not an issue at all. No, it is not an issue. Did that finish loading? Oh, I do not know if that finished loading or not. Yes, it did. So in theory, I could be streaming out closed captions, but oh, I guess they are working now. Okay, so closed captioning is working. Interesting, very interesting. I have no idea what kind of delay that has right now, so. Plenty of delay. Tons of delay. All the delay. So I could do. So just testing to make sure stuff works. Oh, off from studio mode. So chatty, game, break. So those do work. So I guess the end game question is. Close out all the things I don't need running. Shouldn't be an issue. So I have about, depending on what's going on, maybe 7% encoding available. I probably don't have enough for another stream to go live. Unless I only feed one feed to Twitch. And then I could stream it somewhere else besides YouTube. But hey, things are working. Shit's running. I have no TPS because stuff is running. Oh yeah, plenty of TPS. Doesn't need to be running. Doesn't need to be running. Can be turned off. Yes, that's how that turns off. Those can turn off. That can turn off. That can stay running. Those won't hurt to run. What is glowstone at? Yeah, it can turn off. Basically turn most of it off just to get the TPS back down to, or back up. So that's interesting. Very interesting. I love how I lose settings. Like every time I've got to like boost that to make it readable. Say what? Pop the chat out. It says, no, you can't do that. Why can I not do that? Why would live chat be unavailable? pop it out now? No. Weird. I mean, as far as I can tell, it is live. Is it live though? I mean, it says it's live. Is it holding my live stream for some reason? What? No, stop. Huh. Well, that's curious. So apparently I'm not actually live. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Uh, switch to here. Switch to. Of course, Saturday Night Live's making fun of Trump, which is not hard to do with as stupid as he is. You heard me, right? He's stupid. Am I not allowed to stream? I mean, it's showing I'm live. How very strange. Oh, well, that'd do it. I don't know why it wasn't public. I have no idea. I even got a notification for it now. Yep, yep, it's showing me live with my head down. My head's down. Oh no! I don't care. I really don't. Ergs. Can I go full screen on that? Can I go settings? What settings? Ah, hit my mic. Ooh, I can go 1440. How amazing does that look? That looks pretty damn good. You are live. No, I'm not. I am not. It lies. Not live at all. No. No, no, no. Being live is a delusion. Can I exit full screen mode? There we go. Okay, so it is working there. Good. So does it mean chat will pop out now on here? Hey, look at that. Chat can pop out here now. And I could do something more like that. Go that. Do this. Do actually, not. Nope. Do it this way. Fine. Fine, I'll do it this way. So does it show up here? Show surround. Ha. Sure. Here's the void. Here's some more of the void. There's a withered thing down there that I'm not using at the moment because reasons. I've been letting this sit idle for a very long time since my last stream. Just slowly automating lots of things. Automating lots of things. Maybe I'll kick off another 128 of the 256 megabyte things again tonight. Though it takes forever for it to calculate it now for some reason. I think one of the updates did that. It can do it a little bit faster than it used to be able to, which is good. These, I'm so glad that the mod added these. The ATM mod pack added an update for extended AE because these are so much better than using these. And these advanced AE is just overpowered. I hate seeing the empties of the liquids because this is bad. That's bad. Okay, these are neat. But what's really bad if I fly way and zoom way over here, kill the bit rate, probably switch it over to game now. So I was saying that was bad. This is terrible. This is so annoying. I get it. They have lots of tanks. I get it. But Walia, or whatever it's called, Jade now, used to be called Walia, way back when. Jade, it's just too much. I hate coming and looking at these. And this is for crafting hydrogen chloride. I could have just automated. I felt like doing this, though, instead. Probably should just set it up so it runs now, though. So I'm not putting that many things on the AE network. Running the processor creation is TPS killing for some reason now. Outside of running, doing a mass run of, not that. If I do a big run of these 256 meg storage components, like it was all that down there was to make it so I could easily run this, but this takes forever to calculate now for whatever reason. I don't know why it does this. Didn't used to do this before, just started doing it. But if I were to actually start this run, it hits TPS hard. And the annoying thing with AE is it doesn't show up in any of the TPS calculations correctly. So annoying. Yeah, this is a lot of just this is void. Don't know which update, but these finally started working when I started messing with ATM9 last year sometime in private solo worlds. Um, couldn't get these to export anything. Couldn't get anything to pull anything out of them, which was very annoying because they made some blocks. Got bored, made industrial foregoing stuff, automated all the useful things on that. Automated a bunch of stone that doesn't have really any other way outside of Mystic Craft to get. Got most of my hostile neural network stuff up and running. I haven't been to the Twilight yet. I've been taking this pack very, very slowly and seeing what breaks between updates. It's very fun. Very fun. These are great. These don't hurt TPS at all. I can turn them off, though. I've got this set up that I can cut power to it, though it takes forever to cut power to it. Because the cables hold so much power. It's easier to teleport over to it. In the same Beyond Void, I've got Create basically completely automated for the most part. There might be a couple mechanical crafter recipes I haven't set up to automated, but the ones I need to do stuff with Create are set up to be automated, and it's set up to automate stripping logs and stuff. Because that's like, I think, the easiest way to make strip logs. So, yeah. Create new age motors are overpowered. As can be seen, I'm creating nearly 2 million SU and only using 4% of it. Why am I creating 2 million? Because I had other stuff hooked up to it that was draining power at some point. Then I cleaned it up. So this is all kind of cleaned up now. And then at some point last year, it kind of got in a mental funk, and I'm still kind of there. Yeah. I haven't streamed in a while. Did have a bunch of uh create grinding wheels set up. Created an infinite storage of lava down here so I didn't have to load something extra in the nether just for lava storage. And that's piping into AE constantly as fast as it wants to go. I don't think I can run out of stuff. Got most of my farms recreated here in AE because I got tired of issues with hypercubes and limitations and the size limitations of hypercubes. I wish we kind of had. I'm not sure how much bigger they get. The compact storage cubes, but I think they kind of run into the similar issue where you're creating a whole dimension just for one thing. So you're having to load a whole, even if it's empty, but the cube you're in, you're still having to load that whole thing. Did I not shut that off? Oh, I guess I didn't shut that off. Shut that off. I don't want to accidentally pick something up. But yeah, Create's fun. It's interesting to watch how YouTubers on do stuff with Create. Oh, I don't like special for me. Well, I say that, but I don't like aligned. Like I need to go somewhere. Back to the beyond. So basically, a bunch of mystical farms here. Need to set up some regular farming of stuff as well. If we go back over to my center of beyond here, Lining up AE2 spatial for moving these things is a pain in the ass, to put it mildly. Um, yeah. Ended up moving them with Create. So much easier to just move them with Create. Turn them into a contraption, move them. It's also fun crashing the client and sometimes the world, moving other stuff that shouldn't be moved with Create. I've moved some of these with Create, and the game client and world did not like it a couple times, but I got it moved where I wanted to. Like this top piece is chunk aligned, or it's in a chunk anyway. The bottom one, not so much, but I mean, this area is chunk loaded, so meh. Threw a bunch of batteries on here because why not? I've got more brine being produced than I'll probably ever need. Probably could take away the bottom two ones, but there's other stuff using brine. Haven't gotten that yet. Um, yeah, haven't gotten that yet. That is making. What does that keep making? Oh, I can't remember what this makes. That doesn't look right. Why is that icon broken and that icon broken? Actually, that icon's broken too. But that icon's not broken, and it's the same icon of this machine. Chlorine, right. I guess something needed chlorine. Probably for this. Um, yeah. Lots of towers. Overkill on towers. Got 4 towers making lithium. No, 2 towers making lithium. Which is, I guess, apparently more than I still need for what I'm doing. Okay. So that leads into the nuclear processing, which I did over in blue skies in whatever dimension this is again. Where are we? We are in. I don't know. We're in the Ever Dawn or something. I've got automation technically set up to make plutonium and polonium pellets if I need them, which are not running. I guess just scrolling over made me think they were running. So that's all set up to run. Why did it have to turn foggy as soon as I got here? Got waste barrels down there to process the waste, but don't need any more of those. I've got. Wow, that took a second. Why did that lag like that? I don't know why that lagged like that. Because I've got. Where are they? I got 20 and 28K of those. I don't see myself needing any more anytime soon, so yeah. Besides, I need to turn my polonium or nuclear waste into polonium to process that into antimatter nuggets. I make like 100 or something a day or something right now. I mean, I literally have no extra uses for them. Like, I made a ton of salt for like cooking stuff. A ton. There's 21 million right there. I think it is. No, 213 million. I'm reading the number wrong. Also got 3.6 million lithium dust. It doesn't have enough uses. So, yeah. When earlier I turned on. Earlier yesterday, I turned off the limitation I had on my DT fuel. So it's just producing DT fuel constantly now. Which apparently my limitation, as I thought would be the deuterium. Well, actually, not these processing into deuterium. It's making the heavy water. So I might need another. I don't really need, but if I wanted to speed it up faster, I would need at least another layer or two of pumps. I don't really feel like setting up more pumps. This setup makes my fissile fuel. I'm clearly making way more than I'm using because I've got a toggle to turn that off. Because I don't plan on taking the toggle to turn that off from it because yeah, it'll just eat through all my uranium. Yeah. So all that runs into my mountains of power in a volcano. I have mountains of power in a volcano. Yep. I got an induction matrix that I had shrunk down. I had this max size, so it wasn't fitting within inside of a chunk. So I shrunk it down to fit in a chunk to try to help with TPS. So this is all in a chunk. Everything in here used to not be in a chunk, or a lot of it wasn't in a chunk or wasn't chunk aligned, whatever you want to call it. Then I rebuilt it off in between the last time I streamed and now to all fit nicely within a chunk. Got like 8 million power here if I need it. That likes to run after server reboots. It's not supposed to be running. It's supposed to be backup power. It wasn't really causing issues. It's just I had a lot of stuff. My TPS wasn't where it really should have been. It wasn't really necessarily because I had these not chunk aligned. It was other stuff that I fixed and optimized. And then I got tired of AE2's channel limit and set it to infinity and just went, screw it. Because it doesn't cause anywhere near the lag, even though the lag doesn't show up in any of the tools, but it doesn't cause the same amount of lag. It seems to be a lot more efficient. But it ticks separately from the main tick thread or whatever. So I've got two fission processor reactors or fusion reactors because I wanted to. And I was bored. This fission reactor is there's some really weird bug with setting up a fission reactor and a boiler right next to each other. Luckily, it hasn't broken yet. I mean, it is a pain to build around when you want to scale up like I have in some of the builds for automating things. But at the same time, it's also a good challenge. But I just didn't want to wait for some of the processing. So I also wanted to scale it higher. And I also, at the same time, didn't want to be, oh, great. I've used up all the channels here. I've sped it up or automated all I can on this 32 channel thing. But I haven't used all 32 channels, so I have to put something odd right there. I don't want something odd right there. I want it all to be related, if that makes sense. And when you're working on a 32 limit, then you're mixing things together in areas where you want to keep as one. My thought right now is I create a network for storage, and then I use like links to make interfaces so the storage can talk to a main network, and then the main network spits out stuff into like a ton of sub networks to automatically process stuff. But at the same time, that sounds really annoying because then I'd really have to specialize a lot of the automation and machines to be, okay, this group of machines does this one thing and only this one thing. So I don't know if I'll do that. But this thing, making all my antimatter, yeah, at every reboot, it seems to add more sodium to the system. So I've got like, it's not normally here for the coolant tank, and this seems, kind of in general seems to have leveled out, but The whole system has way more sodium than I ever put into it. But hey, it's making me antimatter slowly but surely. Like I said, like 100 a day or so. And about 35k, almost 35k of FE a tick. Or 37 million, I should say. 37 million. 35 million, not 37. I've seen that 7. It was breaking my brain. So about 37 million here, another 2 million here, 2 million over here. The only reason I'm using very much of it is because I got bored at one point and started playing around in a creative world with the Infinity Nuke. I was like, okay, how do these work? Apparently, you can right click these in the air and you can change their radii to make them bigger. Got another one of these that I changed to 109. They're a long way from getting to the next tier. But boy, do they make some pretty holes. And they're fun to blow up. They're really fun to blow up. And loud. Very, very loud. So they've been sitting here for a couple weeks now, actually, slowly charging up. We got each of these set to 75 million FE a tick? That's not right. 75 million? I guess it is 75 million. Because if I were to take these off, I'm only using like 25 million, 30 million. That's what happens when you make power for fun. Ah, what the hell? How am I placing that there? Am I getting the... I must be getting that. That is so weird. Yeah, I'm getting the I'm getting that crosshair for placing in front of you there. That's weird. So I've got that set up. This was a bunch of mini basic reactors before. Now it's just a big one. I don't need this running necessarily. I've got it way throttled back to like 90% insertion. Because these just, they don't produce enough power for the amount of work you put into them. And I needed some cyanide. I have more than enough cyanide than I need. And I've got seeds for cyanide. I think I've got that automated actually somewhere, I think. Anyway, I got a ton of that. I don't know why I have raw yellorium in here. Oh well, use it for building something later. But then eventually I've got to get the other automation for that set up and for the processing track of this thing. I don't know if it's intentional for these glass things to have the squares, the pluses at the corners. Oh well, don't care. Anyway, probably could have more turbines, but I don't want more turbines because technically they're not very efficient for power. But it's there making power because I'm making the steam anyway, and it's the best way to dump out the steam, so meh. My actual house has not been improved. If anything, I've stripped stuff out of it. Used to have an enchanting setup here. I stripped it out because the echoing shells are very annoying to hear because they make noise. The bookshelves make noise for some reason. Oh, I was playing with mining gadgets earlier. That doesn't need to be there. I was trying to figure out at one point why my character was at such a high tick. It's not bad, but it's like 400 microseconds or something. My character, in and of itself, just my character in the world is laggy. But then a wither is about the same when it's in a stasis field that I have set up in Beyond. But yeah, this is my base. I set up some occult stuff to automate some. Well, haven't automated it yet, though I should try to. The rituals to make Madrid stuff for crushing ores to 6 time are very slow. We'll get to those. They are very slow. 6 times is nice, but they are very slow. But I leave it running. It's on my own little private server, so it doesn't matter. I have a bunch of these, basically. Do you have Draconic on you? I'm running my brother a server as well, and he put some Draconic stuff on, and apparently it causes a player to tick insanely highly because of how it ends up getting charged. Something causes it to lag with Draconic. You take the Draconic stuff off, the player drops down to normal levels. Ah, that could be why. I just have all the modium stuff because I did make Mechanism, and I really wish. Oh God, Mechanism radiation, stupid. Great idea, stupid. There's no way to clean it up. The only way to clean it up is a command. It's stupid. Otherwise, you wait hours of real time. Stupid. There was a way to clean it up, sure. No way to disable it. Just stupid. Stupid game mechanic to implement if you're not going to give a way to clean it up. We have ways of cleaning it up in real life. Should be a way to clean it up in game. Otherwise, it shouldn't be enableable. Shouldn't be enabled, or it should be a toggle in like a config or something. Yeah. But I would be willing to bet it might be your mech armor trying to update. Yeah, it's just not worth it. I cleared it. I'm not waiting around for that. I cleared it with console commands. There's mech, radiation, remove all, and then you can heal yourself. It's stupid. And I'm fully. This is a hardcore world still. I have not died. Where is the achievements or statistics? Oh, there's no. I guess it won't show up here, but I haven't died. I've done some really stupid stuff, but I haven't died. And I think deaths would show up here. Oh yeah, here's deaths due to wires. I haven't taken any deaths. So deaths should be here. And I don't even know why this is showing up because I don't have any wires that'll do damage to me. So yeah, haven't died. Don't have natural regen. I have to have stuff regen for me. Reason being, I have this here. This was nice to make at one point, and I do not know why it has gaps in it. It apparently has gaps, and you can see through the world partially. So yeah, I got a hole down here. Basically just a hole that I used crate to drill down for. I was bored and made a hole. That was done with the crate at some point. I have, I think, in a chest somewhere, a big crate drill. I mean, like big. Yeah, it's over here. There's a really big crate drill here. And I'm talking big. Or maybe I had it bigger. I think I might have had it bigger. Or maybe this is. It's big. It disappears. Oh no! Lock rotation. I guess I need a torch, don't I? I have that over here just because it's safer to have it there in my than in my system. That I built on stream, I think, at one point because I was bored. Doesn't play nice with sophisticated chests that have stack upgrades. The stacked items disappear. Yeah, that was fun. But I got a better miner now. So if we go over to, well, let's visit storage. It's in the same world. Cleaned up some of my storage earlier. My drives, anyway. Um, Mini system to check individual drives or multiples for stuff that shouldn't be in them anymore. Then to export it into the main system. Tons of functional storage drawers because these are basically no lag. Apparently, like literally, they are zero lag. That one drive is my lava drive. Then I have tons of experience. I've got 41 million industrial foregoing essence experience. I have 34 million. Can't see that's a 3 there. 34 million nuggets of experience. 272,000 buckets of liquid experience, which would be going up, but it's not because I have the farm turned off. But normally it'd be going up. This is coming from partially from ore processing and partially from ore processing. And that's all coming from mystical agriculture experience, nugget berries, things. Um, these, you can put these over a drain, run them over a drain, and they'll turn into create experience. So I have, I don't know how much XP I have. I have a lot. Um, so yeah, that's storage. Got some raw or ore blocks here. Got this set up for my some of my R's and apotheosis stuff goes into here because storing that in AE sucks. It breaks the system because too much NBT data. Go down. Moved my overworld mob farms over here. Got some spawners over here that actually don't think I need to be running for the mob slaughtering factory anymore because industrial foregoing has a crap ton of stuff. 2.5 million liquid meat, which I don't really plan on ever using for much. But maybe I'll just keep it going anyway. uh, Somehow you can process like 3-time ores. It's like 2.5, 3-time ore processing with it. I don't think it's worth it, honestly. Um, oh, craftable. There we go. That's better. Crafting recipes weren't showing up. 15k of the ether gas, pink slime was this farm, and liquid meats this farm. So, oh yeah, I've got that set up. That's what I was talking about with that setup over there. We'll get to it. So, I don't plan on using industrial foregoing for that. Nope, nope, not worth it. This is my main overworld, just mob grinder for general mob drops. It's going pretty well. Yeah, I can't type. Yeah, it put about 1.5 million of raw iron and gold into my AE system, and I don't think it's doing the copper, but there's a lot of copper for building mostly. And my other AE system for mining has my other ores in it. I have 1.1 billion raw copper, 460 million raw iron, and so on. And started up the all the modium raw ore mining with the laser drills probably a month ago now. So those have been going up steadily because I'm processing them with mechanism. Um, and I have ingots in my main system over 1 million. They're nearing 2 million for all the modium. That's pretty good. But then if we go over to the ore processing in the mining dimension, yeah, I've done a bit of mining. Wait, why does this have? Those shouldn't be possible. Did the train gen break somewhere? Um, yeah, I've got all the Greg stuff going into this separate system. Just because eventually I think I'll get in and do Greg on this. But these shouldn't be here. Like literally, it's silk touching at this point. Those shouldn't even be possible. Uh I also have some chunks in this dimension that are overworld chunks and not mining chunks. So yeah, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if something's broken somewhere. But it's mining below the levels that these should even exist. And I don't want them. Goodbye. I don't want them in this anyway. I get the feeling I might have to expand this again. Initially, I was doing Fortune, so that's why there's Raw. And then I just switched over to pure Silk Touch on everything because I can get more from it. Processing stuff that way. So I've got these. This is one drawer system. That's a separate drawer system. Um, the laser mining stuff from industrial also goes into this system. Then I've got these, which are very noisy and FPS laggy. This is literally only FPS lag when it's fully running. I mean, even partially running right now, it's laggy, FPS wise. I'm down to 30 frames a second. So are these, surprisingly. These running right now are also kind of FPS laggy. And I could have all the modium stuff running through these, but I don't. I have them running down here. Yeah, it's not TPS laggy at all though, which is it's great because I've got if we hover over to one of these, I've got them each set up with a or not that. I've got these set up with these. So there is Fortune 13 or no, Fortune 16 and Efficiency 13 on each of the pickaxes for each of these. That I did some manual mob killing to get all the apotheosis things for. So, yeah, that got me a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. Gets me a lot of XP too. You got to do something with the XP. And the best way is the modular routers. But they do have a limit, an issue. limit for the. So there's a. Almost tempting to remove them. There's a mod that clumps the XP orbs together. Oh, that's a sign I need to go to bed. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's possible. Because apparently there's some mods people have suggested for additional enchantments and stuff. But I mean, Fortune 25, that's. I don't know. I mean, I have 100 million diamonds. That's partially from this setup and mining and my mystical farms. So, and I just. I'm going to be hard pressed to go through that much anytime soon, even if I did like a full diamond build. It's going to be hard to go through 100 million of anything, especially with stuff constantly running. So, like, these will constantly run. And this system here that's storing all the ores from the quarry and the laser stuff has another 460 million raw iron. And I have 11 million inferium essence sitting in the system. I think I've gotten more inferium into insanium from my quarry in this setup than I have from um, my essence farm, because I'm at 1.3 million now insanium. I see it. I know it's probably hard for you to see, but it's right there, 1.3. Do I have a use for that? No, not really. Did I say, you know what, screw it? Yes, I did. I would go to, well, I probably won't go to 10 anytime soon. Because mods aren't available for it. So these are just slow. I doubled up on the uranium processing the other day just to boost the uranium creation, and it ended up bypassing my fluorite creation just by adding another 8 of those. So yeah, they're slow, but they're good. So they just constantly run. And this is miniature. I probably should double it, but I still don't know what I'd do with double the amount incoming of all the modium stuff other than decoration building. Then I've got these other ores. These are fun to. These are fun. These are fun. Set up the platform over here. So if we place down wand. What is my wand sent to? Restrictions done. There we go. These are somewhat fun. If I do that and then I grab, where is it? Yeah, I got myself like 2 of these for some reason. I don't know why. Bust those. Got a ton of. Got more of these than I'll ever need. Oh, was that loud by chance? Fortune doesn't work on those, but they're fun to break. Especially when you got a stack or more of them to break at a time. They're fun to break. Yeah. Oh, I left that in there? That doesn't need to be in there. And as I throw it back in there. I think my quarry is off in that direction at the moment. As my FPS dies. It's over here doing a 256 by 256 chunk at 68%. I don't know where it got those tiny piles from because it shouldn't be able to get tiny piles. Because I stopped mining above this level or at it. So I wouldn't get any more of the Botania stuff and these piles of things. So it really makes me wonder if there's a train gen issue somewhere out there. But I'm not going to go fly through 256K's worth of chunks. It's just not worth it. Yeah, that's basically it. Oh, I've kind of figured out a way to automate mystical altars. Um, Still kind of convoluted, but it works. So this, for example, I got basically mini drawer systems for each essence, and then I've got the essences going into podiums. Come to find out, early on, many months ago, I was bored and I just I put all the things in one side, put all the things in the other side. Yeah, it doesn't care where you put stuff for the most part. It just cares that they're on pedestals around it, and then it's happy. So that makes automating it kind of easy. So basically, seeds go in there, whatever's needed for the other half of the crafting goes in. As soon as the seed's in, it runs. But you can't leave something in the altar. You leave something in the altar, it lags like hell. Leave something in the pedestals, game doesn't care. But the altar cares. The altars will cause a lot of lag by themselves if they have anything in them. This one's set up for that whenever I get to that. The Twilight Forest. Again, haven't been to the Twilight Forest. Been to the end, been to the Nether, been to all the been to all the ATM dimensions. Got piglins or whatever it is. These dudes, the piglitches, they actually caused me to lose a couple heart canisters at one point. Because I still don't think I've got good enchantments on my armor. Because I kept getting debuffs. I hate the debuffs. There's some debuffs that are just like, why are these in the game? Yeah, I need to go to bed. My alarm just went off 7 minutes ago, apparently. So, I'm not going to be on much longer. I didn't plan on being on very long. I've got nothing going on in the other. Nether really only has a laser mining drill over there. Sometimes waystones don't like the roof for some reason. Can't imagine why, but yeah, they didn't like the roof. Yeah. Ulysses. He's a streamer I ran across, I don't know when. We poke each other every now and then to say hi. Good guy. Works, I work, everyone works. Some shape or form. Yeah, I don't have a farming setup. Don't really have an R's set up yet. Don't really have an irons. I don't really think I'll get much of an iron spell set up. Though I do need to set up automation for one of the items from iron spells with R's, I think is the way it has to be done. The end literally has a mining drill only running in it. It does have a farm, a manual farm setup in it that I put a mob grinder on to test something that doesn't need to be there anymore. Set this up to farm gems for the pickaxes and stuff. Manually, of course. I mean, what else did I have to do? Or have to do? I have an unnamed waypoint. Why do I have an unnamed waypoint? I kept this for some reason. I can't imagine why, though. Where did I put those? Oh, I have 58k villagers, and another 6k villagers, and then 15.6k baby villagers. Why? Because I was bored and I had an automation set up here to with easy villagers to make villagers. Beyond that, I don't know. I did it because I could. Is there anything else worth showing? Oh, I'm on large biomes. So it's just bigger biomes. I still don't care for some of the biome plenty biomes. And I kind of just don't want to play with them because you got this volcanic region over here. Zoom over to it because I've got the TPS to do so. You got some of the stuff like Biomes of Plenty ads and some of the other custom biome stuff. Like you got the sand. Okay. Can you make this sand? No. Is there any way to make this sand? No. It's like, okay, you put a block in the game. The only way to get the block is via your method. In a pack like this, it's very annoying. There's a few mods that I just really kind of want to disable from the pack because they're just frustrating. Like, sure, I got my mounds of power in a biome. There's a skeleton somewhere below me for some reason. But in theory, I could have just built something like that in another biome too, using stuff I can actually renewably get. I don't like resources in mob packs that aren't renewable. Like, got salt blocks over here. I think there was a granite or something that wasn't renewable too, but might be now. Not railcraft quarried stone. Yeah, there's no way to get that, so that's kind of annoying. Or the abyssal stone, and the quarried stone kind of looks good, but just is basically kind of that's dangerous to do in my base. I need to build a new tool. This thing's it mines too fast. I destroy parts of my base at a time. It's basically white stone. But I don't think this pack has any way to make a white stone. I know there are other packs that make smooth stone might get close. I don't know. Grr, there's no way to make stuff. Anyway, yeah. Should turn stuff back on. Let's turn those on. Turn the quarry back on. Turn those on. Turn quartz back on. Turn those on. Why not? Turn glowstone on. Just turn it all on. Turn the farm on. Farm's an opposite toggle just because of how things worked out. So everything's now running, and I get a wonderful while in the overworld of 12 TPS while in the overworld. Goes a little higher if I go and sit my butt over here where we started. Once a chunk of the overworld unloads, it does anyway. Yeah, goes up above 13. It's above 13, almost 14 when I'm sitting here because there's less to load, less mobs spawn in the world. I unloaded my actual little home base there because of that. So I took all the automation out of it, then I unloaded it. I've still got like food farms and stuff I need to reset up. In general, I need to set up food farms. I need to set up proper tree farms. Because the only way I can get wood right now is with mystical. which is fine. I'm not using that much wood to be an issue. Coal's not an issue. Coal wasn't an issue months ago. I mean, I'm at 679 million. I'll probably break 700 million soon. That's a lot of coal. Well, I say that. I also have 3.4 million ore here, another 2.5 million ore. It shares a processing with something else, I think. But it's showing up here, so it'll get there eventually. Now the quarry's going again. We'll get more essence. More essence than I can craft down. I think I have one machine, one RF machine crafting it down in the mining dimension area where we were at. Also a machine making the gold nuggets into gold bars and making gold nuggets and gold bars, taking the draconic purple ore and making it into ingots. Few exported things, exporting all the stuff, exporting all the power uranite. I have tons of sulfur. Technically, I probably don't need to be. I could have 6 times more sulfur. God, I could have 600 million, over 600 million sulfur. Because you can take the occult Madrids in those jars, give them sulfur, and they'll give you this Greg Tech sulfur dust, which is hilarious. 6 of them. I could be 6 timing that. I don't need to right now, honestly. I'm not using enough more than I'm currently producing, so I think I'm good for a while. Maybe just a little while. I think I'll try to get, not that I need more. Do I want to try to get more? Kind of want to try to get more. It takes too long to get it to show the recipe, and I need to figure out why. Something I added to the system makes it take forever to figure out that recipe. I'm kind of thinking it's the mechanism processing over there for the hydrogen chloride. I think it might be all those advanced AE things on that. That's my only guess. Because it was fairly quick for it to calculate that huge recipe to make 128 of them at a time before I did that. It's fairly quick. Then I added that, and I hadn't done anything with it until after. So it's something I can play with and figure out. Probably should take down some more of those things, but oh well. We're making quite a bit. Quite a bit more than we're burning through, so that's good. Should probably make more heavy water stuff still, though. Just to make more DT fuel. Do I need more? No, I have 681,000 buckets of it. And I'm still producing it faster than the generators can burn through. Because I'm not even seeing the number going down, which is impressive. Like some things will tick down and tick back up, but apparently it doesn't want to do it. So, yeah. I need to call it a night, though. I need to get to bed. I've got work in the morning. It's 11 o'clock here. 11:20. Ugh. I think this button should work. Yay, things sort of work. I need to build a new computer. Need parts to come out and then to be able to order parts and hope the country doesn't go to shit. Well, doesn't go to shit any worse than it already has. It's getting there though. It's getting not great. Hmm. Well, everything's running. I don't need to be in game. Close out the game. That doesn't need to be running. That can close out. Does that show up there? I don't think it will. Oh, well, okay. It is very delayed, but it does show up there. Good, good, good. So technically, I don't need that running. This can shut down. Should probably put a timer on this. That lines up with the countdown timer I put in chat, or Twitch chat anyway. That way it shows up on all of them. Hmm. Yeah, I'll probably need to do something like that. I'll figure it out maybe tomorrow. Maybe.